Welcome back to Alphablocked. I've been doing some smithing. There is level 50. Not for any particular reason or anything. Just felt like doing a bit of skilling. And making iron knives is incredibly AFK. So that's why I chose to do that. And now the question is, will we make or lose money on this smithing adventure? I got some for 30. Actually trade place 31. Sure. 29. Not so active, is it, huh? 28. Come on. Sold some of them. Okay, we will keep those in there for a second. While we wait for that to happen, I'm going to take this money we got here, and I'm going to make our first purchase for today. Starting with A, we're going to get an amulet of Fury. 1.5 million coins for a very nice amulet. Compare the stats to a glory, which we already have on. Everything. 10s, 3s, 6, 3. 10s, 15, 8, 5. So, more defense, more strength, more prayer. Just all around a very solid amulet. We still have the occult for magic, but for ranged and melee, this is the obvious choice. And I have not put my stuff from last time away yet. Alright, it's fine. Amulet of Fury. Next on the list, I'm going to get a bucket of slime. But not from here, apparently. I think I can get these at charter ships. That's going to save me a bit of effort if I do that route. You selling yet? No. Alright. We only need to get a few of these. So I'll just pop over here to the charter crew. Grab myself 10. That's one more than we need, but hey, placeholder, I guess. Ultimately, my plans to train prayer at the Ectofunctus have fallen through, since I won't be able to get the Ectofile. And my goodness, is that going to slow down that process more than ever before. But we got the bucket of slime, so we'll at least start that process right now. And over here, we got the collection log. It's an item, so we have to have it as an item. We have 20 out of the 25 possible barrows drops. 24 if you don't count the bolt racks, which I don't. We've had 20 unique barrows items in 200 chests. We've gotten full Darox, full Guthans, all the legs, all the tops. We're just missing the Torag's hammer, flail, hood, and coif. Which honestly, for Barrow's items to not have gotten, that's not a shabby collection. We've been lucky in so many ways at Barrows. And more Barrows is coming, so we could finish this log here. If that's 20 of the items, what are other items we have? Haven't been to that, haven't been to that. Nope. 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 None. 0. I mean, mostly zeros, since we haven't really done any other bosses, I don't think. I mean, the amount of things that we have unlocked kind of disallows such activities, so. We found an ancient shard, but didn't pick it up, but I guess that counts. That is a cheaty collection log slot, I suppose. That's 21 items. Raids? No, of course not. Clue scrolls? Don't think we've completed a single clue scroll, so that's all gonna be zeros. Minigames. There's our 22nd item from Barbarian Assault. No? Nope. Last Man Standing has stuff, huh? Pest Control is 7. So that'd be 29. Temple Trekking, Tithe Farm. I guess they're going to be an other. Pets, Camdozel, Champions Challenge, Chaos Druids, Chompies, Creations, Cyclopses. 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. That's 3, so that'd be, what? 32. 0, 0, 0. 33, 34, 35 from these boots. A long bone we didn't pick up. The skull left half, and a Xerix talisman. Okay. So that's all 38 items. The counter is correct. No surprises. But yeah, our Barrow's luck is still pretty busted. That's 20 items, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 26 items in 200 chests. Yeah. Yeah, that's absurd. Now I'm going to head on over to the Ectofunctus and make the most of these buckets of slime. The other ingredient for doing stuff here at the Ectofunctus is Dragonbone Meal. We could use any bones, but since we're here, we might as well use the best ones we can. And that would be Dragonbone Meal. Dragon bones. Effective. No matter what prayer you're planning to do. And speaking of what prayer we're planning to do. Not this. Not this. Maybe if I had gotten the ectophile. But even then, it is still very slow. And another option that's off the table, again, partially due to the items I have unlocked, is the Wildy Altar. We don't have the Burning Amulet, so our options are realistically walking from Ferox Enclave or bringing all the bones noted. Both of which, again, really bad. Also, it's in the wilderness, so don't want to deal with that. So that leaves us with prayer altars in the play-around house. But first, let's get ourselves some Ecto tokens. And prayer XP. Probably not going to be enough to get a level, but a little bit of experience there. How many Ecto tokens? 45. Yay. Now, exactly what we plan to do with these Ecto tokens? Probably not much right now. But we got them. The next question is going to be, what are we going to do for prayer? And why do we need to do for prayer? My next plan is to get the Fire Cape. While theoretically possible, with our stats and gear, and only prayer potions and monkfish, I want to give myself a little bit better odds here. And having our prayer potions restore significantly more prayer per potion would definitely be beneficial for me. Also, I did not... Well, I'm going to have to walk back over there. I want to have the Dragon Bone Meal in the bank. So, we're going to walk back over there again. Good use of my time. Whatever. Anyways. I want my prayer significantly higher than 43 before we take on the fight caves. And that means I want a gilded altar. Now I could go to a different person's house and use their altar. But, I make the rules and I say that counts as leeching for this whole thing I'm doing. So I'm going to make my own gilded altar. And to further complicate that, I don't have anything that boosts my construction level, nor will I be able to unlock said things. At least not easily. So we're just going to go all the way to 75. And then we need marble blocks and gold leaves. So we need a lot more money. Specifically what prayer level I'm going for, I'm not sure quite yet. But I do know that 781k is not going to get me 71 construction, 75 construction, the rest of the items to make the gilded altar, and enough dragon bones to actually make a difference here. So, shockingly, we're heading back to Barrows. I will do some calculations to figure out how much money I'm going to need here. But maybe what we'll do is, depending on how long this takes, I might do some barrows and then do some construction just to get an idea of how we're progressing things. Also, we get to bring the Fury this time, so that's nice. This whole process could be sped up tremendously if we can keep the insane barrows luck going, or slowed down entirely if we get our absolutely deserved 200 chest dry streak. We will see. Over at the Barrows. If this wasn't my first Aram's Hood, I'd be a lot less excited about it. Since it's only 77k. Which is basically the same price as some of the upper regular chests. So. Total value 50,000. Yeah. Yeah, it's alright. It's money though, I guess. Just a little bit. Also, with the Brimstone Ring, it's slightly awkward. Because I need to either try to teleport in combat with the Ring of Dueling, or put it on and then teleport with one click. So it takes more clicks with the Ring of Dueling now. But the Brimstone Ring is pretty nice, so it's okay. But that was item number 1. Not a good one, but a unique for our collection log, I guess. Not that that matters much on this sort of a main account, so More Barrows. There's some Torag's legs. A lower price item, again, but better than the Aram's Hood, at least. So that's nice. 250k? Very good. Very good. And it goes into that slot instead of the Torag's legs we're wearing. That's fine. That's okay. Hopefully we can continue this trend of getting more and more valuable Barrows items as we go. But that was 2 items in 11 chests, so yeah, we're still lucky. Still lucky for the time being. There is a Darok's Axe. More valuable than the last one. And that is 3 items in 18 chests. So we are still lucky. That is enough for these entire 15 chests, so anything else we get is just bonus. Not too shabby. There is another pair of Torag's plate legs. So, not more expensive, but it's another item, so can't complain. I think that's half of our drops here have been Torag's plate legs. These last chests. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. Not too bad. Another item. Torag's helm. Something. No complaints. 5 items in 50 chests. Still quite a bit over expected drop rates. But the best one was the Darok's Axe, so nothing incredibly expensive here. So, let us recharge the trident and see how much money we made. Everything put back in its place. We come out with a profit of 2.3 million. Cash already in here gives us up to 3.1 million. And then we got our iron knives sold for a total price of 440,000, apparently. Also, the extra knives I had in my bank. I don't really need iron knives anymore, so we're just going to sell those. If we check the history here, these are the iron knives that we made and sold for 440k. If we scroll down a bit, we bought the bars for 397k, so we did make some profit there. That's good. Now we have 3.4 mil to play with. I've been doing some calculations on construction and prayer. And I think I'm going to go for a slightly different route here. Getting the Gilded Altar would be the obvious choice for the super long term. But the amount of money that would require right now is a little prohibitive. I could sell a whole bunch of stuff. I'd probably be able to scrape together enough to get it. But realistically, it's not really necessary for what I'm doing here. So we're going to scale back a smidge. Instead, we're going for the limestone altar. Yes, that's going to mean we need more dragon bones. But my goodness, the savings in construction. There is a good reason that people use stews and crystal saws for all their high-level construction stuff. You want to skip as many construction levels as possible. Because as you get higher levels, it takes more experience. So you're saving even more. In general, going for the limestone altar and then purchasing more dragon bones, less than half the cost. So that's what my plan is. 64 construction. And to get there, I'll be using oak planks. We need 6,640. 75 was 20,000 planks. Just to get the idea of the differences here. So that is 3.2 million coins. Easy. I've got all this. I might hire a butler at level 50. Maybe even 40. So we might need some money to pay the butler. So maybe we can sell a few things in here. Like these? Don't know if we need these for anything else. If we're not going to be making the Gilded Altar. The only other thing I really want in my house is the armor repair stand for the time being. So I think we can sell these. Make a little bit of loss there, but I'm not too worried about that. Just a little bit of money to pay my butler, for the most part. There we go. Oh yeah, that should be plenty. We obviously don't have enough money for the bones quite yet. But that is a problem for later. I've got some construction to train. First milestone on this construction training. We can now make oak larders. So that's going to speed things up tremendously. Especially once we go and get a butler. I don't think that the regular butler can bring as many items. Well, enough items. So we might just wait till 50. But I'll see how I'm feeling. Either way, it'll be less annoying than having to go outside the portal constantly. So a butler will be coming. I had to build 2 bedrooms with 2 beds. But now we can hire the demon butler. I think I might want a bell pull just to get my butler to... Where is he? Where is he at? This is not a large area. He should be here. Maybe we clicked out of it. Well, we can't get him here anyways. Let's say we enter the portal and leave again. Build mode. There he is. Outside. Okay, we need a bell pull. Can we make it? Oak plank and rope? Yes, indeed. Easily doable. So we're going to go get a rope so we can call the servant. And then it'll be smooth sailing for the rest of this construction training. There is 64 construction. We can make the limestone altar. And since I'm here, I'll finish making the 5th toolbox area. Now I just need to go and get all the things I need to build the stuff I want. First up, over here at the, not here actually, at the repair bench, we can build the armor stand. If we had a saw and a hammer. Luckily, we have a saw and a hammer right here on the wall. How convenient. Armor stand. Now we can repair our barrows with our 50 smithing. That should make it 75% the regular cost. So that'll be a little bit of saving money, which is going to be pretty useful because now we need to make a chapel. 50,000 coins. Build it just wherever. And the limestone altar. And this is the point where we realize mistakes have been made. We need the burners of some description. With our level, we can only make the incense burners. We have the oak planks, we have the level. We have not unlocked steel bars. And with all of my plans I have moving forward, I'm not going to be unlocking steel bars for a very, very long time. So our options are, this was a complete waste of time, and stay 43 prayer, go to the wilderness, or just deal with it. Limestone altar, 1.75 times XP. And even with the huge loss of not having the incense burners, it's still much cheaper to just bring the bones here. At this point, it would probably be even faster to run back and forth to Ferox Enclave. I just still cannot just deal with that right now. So what we're going to be doing is offering up dragon bones at a limestone altar for that 1.75 times XP. It is not ideal, but basically nothing about this account is, so this changes nothing. I am going to have to purchase a lot more dragon bones than I had initially planned to, so we're going to need significantly more money. Because this 328k is not going to be enough to get us there. Not by a long shot. So we get to return to Barrows to hopefully make enough money. Or 200 plus try streak. Still very due. So let's see if we can luck out and get this done. First item here, Thorax plate body. 13 chests for one item. Still technically lucky, but still feeling very spoiled from that time we got 12 chests in 50. But hey, it's something. Guthan's chain skirt. Not bad. Another item. And more expensive than the Thorax plate body, so that is also good. We ran out of run. 15 chests in. 2 items. Yep. Typical. There's a double chest. That's pretty cool. Aram's hood and Guthan's chain skirt. We don't have inventory space. Gonna make sure to pick that up. That's always fun, getting a double chest. No triples yet, but that is, I believe, 3 double chests so far. So that's nice. And there's a Carol's crossbow. Definitely on the cheaper end of items, but hey. Double chest into another item, so that's pretty good. Pretty good. It's a Carol's crossbow. Okay. That is double chest to back to back. So that's 4 items in 4 chests. That's something. It's definitely something. Again, not the most expensive items, but if we're gonna get this many, I really can't complain. So we'll put that in there with all of our other Carol's crossbows and Guthan's chain skirts and the like. Halfway done with this set of barrows. And there is a Carol's coif. Not worth much. Not worth much. But it's something. Still getting items. Also, I checked, and I'm due a 300 dry streak now. So, yeah. Hopefully we can make all the money we need here before that happens. Hopefully we just keep being lucky forever. That is the current plan. Guthan's plate body. That's a pretty decent price. 390,000. Not bad. Not bad at all. 8 items in 50 chests. The luck continues. Didn't get the absolute best items, but still, we got 8 items, so yeah. So I'm going to sell things off, resupply, and see where we sit. Total profits, 2.7 million coins. Add in our cash we already had, we're up to 2.9 million. Which is not enough to get what I need. If I had gotten more lucky with this, I wouldn't need to sell off some extra things. But I really just want to get to this fire cape. So we're going to sell off the Darok's plate and legs. That should be enough to get me all the different things that I'm going to require here. That's a nice stack. So we might come back to get these items back again, but I'm not going to sell any of the really expensive things that I use to actually do barrows. So this is not going to inhibit my activities. So that's good. Along with the bones I'm going to need to get the prayer level, I'm going to need some other supplies. Namely, rune arrows and prayer potions. I do not have, and will not have, an accumulator. So I need to get a lot of arrows here. Worst case scenario, these will be useful for more barrows, training, all that jazz. Also going to need more than the 5 prayer potions we currently have. I don't know exactly how many I'm getting. And it also depends if we mess up. But getting a good supply of prayer potions is going to be necessary here. And with that, that should be everything we can and will need for our fire cape, except for a higher prayer level. As with most things in this journey, I have made a compromise. I was going to go for 64 prayer, but with the loss of the burners mistake, I'm going to cut that back to 60. These levels were chosen because they give the next prayer point per dose for prayer potions. So 60 is at least a good base amount. I could probably do it with 43, but again, we're going with monkfish as our food, so it's not ideal. What we're going to need to do here, do we have any dragon bones? Should check that first. We do indeed. That is 22 dragon bones. And this Marentil is not useful for us here. Marentil, not so useful when you don't have burners. So we have 22 dragon bones. So we just need 22 less than the amount in here. Minus 22. Dragon bones. Times 2,080. An expensive purchase, made more expensive by the way that we're doing things here. But there is some good news. Since we don't have Marentil, it's going to be very easy to unnote these bones. At our house, with the handy-dandy unnoting service that exists. Also, we're going to want to move the house around a little bit, because I think our altar's in a suboptimal location. So we go into build mode. Yeah, it is. It's all the way over there. That's not great. This is like the best thing. Able to rotate it. Done. Now when we come into our house, and we can set this back to building mode, not on. We just rock over here, use the bones on the altar. And I suppose we can either let it just go AFK, which I'm probably going to do, or if I'm feeling a little more active, I can just use the bones on the altar. Quicker, but less AFK. Part of the reason that I decided to not go to the wilderness. So we're getting 126 experience per bone on our limestone altar with no burners. And we're already 44 prayer. That's Eagle Eye. That could be useful. So I'm just going to be here for a while to get 60 prayer. There's 60 prayer. And due to an apparent failing on my part to have the correct information in the prayer calculator I used, we've got a whole bunch of extra dragon bones. So that's nice. Saved me a little bit of money there. All 533k worth. So that's nice. That's good. We will be able to sell those back for more supplies or something. But first, we can't teleport in our house. Minigame teleports doesn't work in the house. Why? Reasons. Probably just a safety check with all the shenanigans that can happen in player-owned houses. But anyways, we've got all we need right now to try the fight caves. Hopefully, we can do okay. Our setup is not ideal. And I have to decide how many prayer potions and monkfish I'm bringing. Probably going to do a significant amount of prayer flicking when possible. So we'll see how this goes. Here is the setup I'm going to be going with. We have the MSBI, some barrow stuff, various things. I'm going with the Verax helm and plate skirt for the prayer bonus. The regen bracelet for the regen it does. Because food is definitely going to be a problem here. So regen is probably worth more than the small range accuracy and 1 prayer point from the bracers we have. Brimstone ring, Amulet of Fury. Cloak's okay. It's a little bit of prayer bonus, it's something. Stats are 71 range, 76 defense, 8 hit points, 60 prayer. Nothing else really matters. We're not bringing any gear switches or the whip or anything. Just gonna be going with the trusty magic shortbow eye and firing just so many arrows to land on the ground because we don't have an accumulator. But yeah. Overall, pretty decent. Pretty decent. Let's see if I can not mess this up. I messed up far too many prayer flicks against the 360s. So I have terminated this run early. I got Tokel. Didn't account for that. I will put that down as T, I guess. Tokel. That's not why we're here. That's not why we're here. But the thought occurs to me. We can go even more old school by bringing out full Guthans. So that is going to be significantly more healing for all the times I mess up. Now we're talking. So let's give this another shot. Okay. Last enemy before Jan. As far as supplies are concerned, 5 3/4 prayer potions, all my monkfish. Guthans has been enough to get me to this point, healing-wise. Now we just need to deal with Jad. Here we go. Right after this orange boy dies. No pressure. No pressure. Not hitting much, as expected. Slammy slam. I think I'm going to try to kill the healers. It would make my life a little bit easier here. Once we get them to half health, at least. Because they don't even spawn till then. Magic. This is not the worst setup for Jan. It's manageable. Going through a decent amount of prayer. That's something to be aware of. Getting close to half. Healers are going to be coming here soon. Another magic. Pay attention to Jan. He's the most important. 4th year, where are you at? There he is. He's just chilling up here. All by himself. Okay. Guthans to heal a little bit. Because why not? Might as well. Make this a little bit safer for ourselves. Max hit points. That I can get. Probably a good plan. And we can turn off Eagle Eye while we're doing melee attacks. Because that's not going to help us too much. Yep. And yes, I'm going to keep using Guthans to get these last 3 HP. That's just the right choice. That could be the difference between life and death. So I'd say it's worth it. Pretty sure that our Magic Shortbow Eye has more damage per second than the Guthan's War Spear. So that's what we'll use to finish these guys off. Could have turned on defensive while I was gathering these guys up, but it didn't seem to be necessary in this instance. Our defense is pretty solid. Let's finish off this last guy. And then we should be able to wrap this up. Well, here we go. He shouldn't spawn any more healers, I don't think. So we should be okay. Throw throw in a special attack. Why not? Looks good. Looks good. Clear out some inventory space. Since we never once needed to eat one of our monkfish, Guthans carried the day here. A very good item to bring with us. Make sure our prayer doesn't drop. That wouldn't be helpful. And we did it. It only took 2 hours. Not the quickest fire cape by any means, but I spent a lot of time moving guys around in there to get the best possible locations to minimize damage taken and being able to prayer flick everything. Overall, I'd say it went pretty well. In total, we used 5 prayer potions, 5.5 prayer potions, and full Guthans, along with our basic range setup here. And there is the fire cape, which unfortunately is locked off until we unlock Tokal. But we have it now, and that's fantastic. Guthans was a fantastic choice. When you have brews, not too necessary. When you're going with monkfish, pretty solid choice. So now that we have this cape, we can go for a different cape. This one, a little bit more magical. We already have the Zamorak cape from up here at the Mage Arena. But now, Guthix cape. I'm going to take a few of these. I have intentions of a Mage Arena 2. So we may face adversity during such things. And then later, we're going to need to come back and purchase the other staffs, but for right now, just the Guthix cape. So that means we are free to wear this, if we so felt. Guthix cape. There's a Tokal. Fire cape, Guthix cape. Very capey. Except we only have 1, not 11. That would take a long time. Anyways. Since I'm here, I might as well go get the Zamorak spell unlocked. So that's going to require those. So we can find some lower level prayer bonus stuff that I don't care about losing. And for the Zammy spell, 200 bloods, 100 airs, 400 fires. 100? Yes, that's right. Need to switch it to X. Flames of Zamorak. Looks good. So I'm going to probably need a prayer potion. Maybe 2. Handful of food in case things go poorly. Let's go get this spell unlocked. Nice and easy. Can now cast a Flames of Zamorak outside the arena. One of 3 spells. Unlocked. We can't do the other 2 yet, since we have neither of the Saradomin items. And also missing the Gothic Staff. But it is all planned out. And we'll get there pretty quickly. But for now, we're done here. Now that all the exciting cape-based adventures are done, we can come back here to the Grand Exchange and get some things. Things of wildly varying usefulness. But still. First up, I'm getting some hair. As expected, not many people selling hair. Not many people would even pick up hair. Oh, is this gonna be an expensive thing? That's not entirely unexpected. But I don't have... I'm just kind of going down the list on a lot of these letters at this point. Of things I can actually... Oh no. Oh no, how expensive is hair? Anybody looking for a money-making method, go pick up some hair, I guess. No, not 50,000. Have I been putting in the wrong... Have I been putting in the wrong box? Hair. Was I trying to buy 10,000? 10,000 hair? No, crud. Actively traded price. X to doubt on that one. Okay. I don't want to spend more than 50,000 coins on a piece of hair. Although, I kind of do. At this point, I'm just curious. How much does hair cost? 100,000. 100,000 coins for a hair. No. My goodness. Yeah, that's a bit rich for my blood. So, as much as I don't have many things that start with H that I can unlock, this is straining that definition substantially. So I'm going to go get something else that starts with H that doesn't cost 100,000 coins for no reason. Ridiculous. I'm going to leave this offer in for hair. And maybe someday that will come through for me. But for the time being, I need to actually unlock an item that starts with H. And I'm going to go with the half moon spectacles. How much are those? 40k? Maybe. I'm gonna go with... Ooh, if we got these, we might be able to get more money from Slayer sometimes. So, that's not a bad plan. Let's go with these. Oh, it's loop half. Ah, oops. It has to actually start with H. You think of it called half of a key. It's actually loop and tooth. So, half full wine jug it is. I think the guide prices are still using the other client or something. So they're not very accurate. It's a good idea in theory. There's a half full wine jug for 10,000. You can get half of a jug of wine, but not some hair. 10,000 coins. Who would have thunk it? we go. For I, I'm just going to get an Irrit Leaf. We already have the unfinished potion version, so technically I guess we could make some of those. Don't know if that would make me any money, but either way, Irrit Leaf. 620 coins for that. And the Irrit Potion unfinished. It would make you money, but it'd be the action of actually putting them in the vial. So less fun than Barrows by a long ways. So probably won't be doing that. For J, we are continuing down the Jade disaster with Jade Dragon Bolts Enchanted. It's a different thing than an unenchanted Jade Bolt. Dragon Jade Bolt. Jade Dragon Bolt. Long name. Long name for an item. Not a useful item either. We can put it next to our regular non-enchanted Jade Dragon Bolt. Useful items we get here. This is going to continue to get progressively worse as we run out of useful items that we can unlock for each letter. This is going to devolve into nonsense, as if it hasn't already done so. For K, we're actually going to get something slightly useful. For a quest. Half of it. A Caridian headpiece. And I believe the other one is... yes, a fake beard. That could be something we get later. Well, let me just put that in there. Fake beard. That'll be a good item for next time. And we can combine them together into something else, but I'll have to check what letter that starts with. So for the time being, we'll continue on to another item for a different quest. Very easy to source at location. So I question if anybody's going to be really selling many of these. Lore Remains. Not for that price, they aren't. $995 coins. Good enough for me. Good enough for me. And now, an item for a quest that I'm actually working on. We head to the Champions Guild. I was just explaining to the guildmaster here that we intend to slay Elvarg, the Dragon of Crandor. And to help us in that quest, we are going to receive the Maze Key. We can take on Melzar's Maze now. And by take on Melzar's Maze, I mean we can enter the door and then do nothing. Because that entire place is just oh so much about keys and items. But we got the first one. So it's a start. Also, went through all the rest of his dialogue, telling me all the different things that we need to do for Dragon Slayer. Lots of steps. Lots of steps. But that's okay. The first one, well, technically the first one was kind of just starting the quest. And then we talked to Ozanch, then we come back. Realistically, I think this might be the first item in the quest that we needed to worry about, but at either rate, we were allowed to use the anti-dragon shield just by starting the quest, so that's okay. maze key. We're going to be using the maze key pretty soon. But first we need to unlock a few more items here. We're going to get a nature impling jar, because it starts with N, and that's the only reason. We don't have a butterfly net or impling jars, so we can't get this. And we don't have impling jars, so we can't open this. And then there's the whole, all the different things that could be in that jar. So that is just a pot of disaster for us right now. So I'm not going to worry about it. Starts with N. That's what I needed. For O, another quest item that we'll probably have to just make ourselves once we get there anyways. But at least it'll be unlocked. It is Ogre Arrow. Lots of different parts to this. But the finished item is now unlocked. We don't have a bow I can fire that, so that's not useful yet. That's a start. And for another quest, the Priest Gown. Bottoms this time. Nice and cheap. Nice and cheap. That'll go nicely with our Priest Gown top. And now, we can take our maze key and go to the maze. Isn't that fun? Before we head in here, we need to address something. It's Q. We can't unlock anything that starts with Q. So we carry on. We've brought the Jagex axe for rat smacking. Not the best tool for the job, which is a shame since it's a giant axe. You'd think it would be better. There's a rat's tail. That starts with R, but that's not what we're looking for. There is key. Key? Just called key, huh? Okay. It's not actually called red key. It's just key. Let me look at this. Key. Red key. It's a key called a red key. It's just key. Okay. Interesting. Expected that to be called red key. A lot of the there's situations on the wiki where things are called something else, and then that text is linked to the actual item page. Apparently this is one of those situations where this is just called key. Okay. Well, key does not start with R, so there you go. I will have to look into that. But no matter. Well, actually, yes matter. I need to go find something else that starts with R right now. This is a whole thing. It's a whole thing trying to do this thing. Suddenly getting 6 new keys, all called key, messed up a few of my plans. But I have shuffled a few things around. And Dragon Slayer is still in the cards. But for now, we have to get something that starts with R. And key doesn't start with R. So we're getting ourselves the Rune Pickaxe. If we're going to do any mining, the Adamant Pickaxe just is not going to cut it. And we can't afford a dragon one. $50 mining, Rune Pickaxe should go very well. And now, I need to store everything to go get our S item. Back at it again at the Mage Arena to get the third and final cape, Ceradoman Cape. Again, we're going to get a bunch of these in case things go horribly. And again, we are not picking up the staff because that is, in fact, another item. Well, that is all 3 capes. So that's good. Good start. Halfway to unlocking everything we need to unlock all the spells and then do the Mage Arena 2. It's a whole thing. But now that we've unlocked this cape, starting with S, we can pop that in here, and then pop the token in here for our T item, which releases the fire cape to me. If we compare this with the other capes we have available, it's got 1 accuracy, 11 defense, 4 strength, 2 prayer. Ultimately, probably just better in general than the Zamorak Cloak. Especially for melee. Equivalent magic. Of course, I would use this for magic. Definitely our best range cape, interestingly enough. 1 range attack bonus. So, better than literally nothing. And will give people endless confusion about what I'm doing, ranging with a fire cape. But, that is how it is. Speaking of ranging, I think we can go and start Animal Magnetism and get the first item in there. It is a long road to get through this quest, so that's not happening for an extended period of time. But we can start it at least. So let's go do such. Scratch that. Missed an item. So we cannot make meaningful progress to get to the item I wanted here. So again, I've moved some things around, and we'll be able to get that item only later. So instead, I'm going to pick up an Ugthanki Kebab. These heal 19. If you can purchase them. Not that I need an Ugthanki Kebab, or have much hope of them being purchasable. Oh, we're getting down to the weird choices for items here. I don't think many people make these. I guess you can get them from Dust Devils or something. Yeah, it's not purchasing. The hair bot. We've got the hair for next time, I guess. Hey. Alright, quickly. Item that starts with U. What do we got? I guess none of that. uncooked something. There's only so many things that start with U. And a lot of them are not tradable on the Grand Exchange. So I'm going to try to grab myself an uncooked apple pie, because whatever. Yay, we did it. A thing that starts with U. These are going to spiral out of control if we end up needing items that aren't going to be purchasable on the Grand Exchange. I don't want to just trade it over from another account that can just make it if it's actually difficult to obtain on the Grand Exchange. So we will burn that bridge when we get there. Just like we will not burn this apple pie because we haven't unlocked apple pies. But we will soldier on to finish our Firewatch outfit with some Firewatch shoes. These are difficult. These are just difficult here. Trying to purchase all these random things. Firewatch shoes. How do these look? They look like black shoes. Awesome. That's actually a quest item, so that's more useful. Up. And another quest item. I'm going to get a wizard hat, except black. An evil wizard hat for Evil Dave. So that's at least some forms of progress there. A lot of interesting things in this set. Now it's time to think about challenge mode Chambers of Xeric. We got a Fury and a Fire Cape. Those are good things to have. Rune Pickaxe would be nice to have there instead of an Adamant Pickaxe. But I still don't think we're quite there. So, can't unlock anything that starts with X. So instead, we continue to Y, where we get another yellow something. Yellow flowers. Go crazy. They have negative stats, so that's nice. But starts with Y. That's what I needed. Last time we unlocked the Zamorak something or other. The Stole. Needed 60 prayer, and now we have that. Got a very nice prayer bonus, but not much in the other stats to write home about. But I want to match that Stole with our final item here today. The Zamorak. And we're still going with Zamorak items. Crozier. And we can get that for 4,000 coins. It's a big fancy staff for smacking. Has -1 slash accuracy for some reason. Sure. But that 6 prayer bonus ain't bad. And that should be it. It's an interesting selection of items here today. We got the Fire Cape, the Amulet of Fury. Fantastic items to have. Rune Pickaxe. That is our best pickaxe we're ever going to have. Sarah and Gothic Scapes. All good stuff. Let's see if we can make an outfit with the stuff we unlocked today. Amazing. 2 of these things are really good. The other ones, less so. But anyways. Don't have anything in here that we need to remove from the account. So our total bank value is 25.7 million. We got big upgrades in construction and prayer. Very good unlocks. And we are basically done with super large items to purchase with the Amulet Fury. We've got pretty solid stuff in all departments. So from this point on, the money will mostly be going towards doing some skilling stuff and getting back our 2 pieces of Darox gear. But besides that, we are well on our way towards this continuing to spiral downwards as we get through different items that are actually useful. But no matter. I'm not done just yet. So we will continue on with all this nonsense next time. Goodbye.